Kourtney Kardashian was quite annoyed with her mother Kris Jenner for plying her grandchildren with two sweet treats on this week's episode of The Kardashians. The 69-year-old family matriarch decided to take all of her grandchildren to Underwood Farms for a fun-filled family day, which comes after she showed off a new look. Most of the grandchildren rode in a Sprinter van with Kris, while her 45-year-old daughter followed with husband Travis Barker and their baby Rocky. When they arrived, Kourtney was mortified to find that her mother ignored her strict snack instructions for the excursion. Kris had procured a Sprinter van for all of her grandkids and had filled it with all kinds of treats including chips, lollipops, Gatorade and much more. Kris even joked along the way that they'd be all sugared up when they got there, but Kourtney wasn't laughing one bit, chiding her mother for ignoring her instructions. Kim's 9-year-old son Saint was seen frequently on his phone before the ride over, though Kris said, "Saint, nobody's going to be on their phone, we're doing that. We're not gonna have any phones today." At one point during the drive, Kris said to Kim's son Saint, 9, to slow down on the candy. The ride was quite chaotic, with Kris even mentioning the language barrier was wild, and at one point, Chicago complained that he looks like a pumpkin. They finally arrived intact, as Kourtney asked her mother how the ride was, and she only said, "Interesting." Kourtney noticed her 9-year-old nephew Saint dipping the lollipop into the Gatorade, joking it was next level, before complaining about the snacks to Kris. "I can't believe that that's the snacks that you guys have," as Kris insisted, "I didn't pick 'em." Kourtney added, "I gave specifics, and I said no food coloring, which is Gatorade," though Kris added, "But who buys Gatorade? It's like eating poison." Kourtney added, "I gave specific popsicles," though her daughter Penelope interjected and said, "Mom, it's fine, he already had it," as Kris admitted, "No, you are right." The episode also shined a light on the late Robert Kardashian, and an organization set up in his honor. The Kardashian patriarch Robert Kardashian passed away over 2 decades ago, though it's clear he's never far from his family's hearts. The lawyer, who became a household name as part of O.J. Simpson's defense team, was diagnosed with esophageal cancer in July 2003, and passed away just months later in September 2003, at just 59 years of age. 4 years after Robert's death, the family launched the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which in turn made the rest of the family household names. During this week's episode of their Hulu series The Kardashians, several members of the family went to a fundraiser for their father's foundation at UCLA. Kim Kardashian, 44, Kourtney Kardashian, 45 and Khloe Kardashian, 40, and cousin Cece Bussey all went to the event to support the Robert G. Kardashian Center for Esophageal Health, and celebrate its 5th anniversary. While the event was happening, many of Robert's daughters were asked whether or not their father would be participating in the Kardashians, if he were still alive. Kourtney revealed that when he was diagnosed, they didn't know it was stage 4, but they knew he had cancer. "People will come up to me once in a while and say, 'Do you know how incredible it is that we have this center and that it exists, and how many lives it's helping and that it's all in my dad's name? It really does mean a lot,'" Kourtney said. A producer asks Kourtney in confession, "Would your dad enjoy being on this show?" Kourtney answered with a smile, "I think he would," as they showed a variety of flashback home movie footage of Robert. "He definitely would be in on the pranks with us," Kourtney added, while Khloe said in her confession, "My dad, in general, was incredibly goofy, definitely class clown." Kim added, "He was very playful and very fun. He'd also be pretty pissed off at a lot of things too. I'd be grounded for life. Already, Chloe admitted, I am sure some of our antics he probably wouldn't be too thrilled with, but, also, I think also if he was here, we would also be different at the same time. She added, like, maybe not make some of the stupid choices we've made, who knows. Kim insisted he would have loved it, before she was invited up to speak at the event honoring her father. It's so interesting that we chose to do a partnership like this, because my dad hated the hospital, hated doctors, would never go, but I know he would be so proud because he was the kind of guy who would go when it was too late, Kim said. I just feel so proud that I can contribute to that conversation, and I am just so grateful to Eric Ezraelian for helping us make this a reality, because we, all together, are saving so many people's lives. So thank you so much, Kim said. Kim added in confession, there's like a few things in life that our dad would be really proud of us for, and this is definitely one of them. We weren't able to save his life with this new technology, and with the access to these doctors, but now we can help save other people's lives. Chloe also joked, I thought you were gonna say Dad would be pissed because it's not a USC hospital. My dad was a Trojan, he went to USC, but anything for health.